just stepped into the Culture Cast. I am Brother 6410. And today's guest is Infinite Illest, straight out of NYC. Man, let me start off with, we gotta stop killing each other, man. R.I.P. to Lele. It's just too streets, bro. It's way too wicked. What's good, Stacks? Man. Seem like you joined, but it ain't popping up. Oh, okay.
What's goody?
What's good with you, bro? How you doing?
I'm alright, man. Another day, another dollar, you know.
How was today for you?
A regular day, man. I'm usually out working, but, you know, cars in the shops. I'm just home with the kids, man, spending that time. You already?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. Salute to that. Definitely, you know what I mean? We need more fathers to stand up and take care of their kids, you feel me?
That's a big fact.
So that's serious. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself. I am at Brother 6. This is the Culture Cast, and we have an interview today with my man.
Infinite Illest, man. Been doing this for a good while now, man. Just rapping, sing a little bit, not too much. More so rap. Produce a lot of my own records, man. And lately, really getting into engineering.
Okay. So it seemed like that engineering, I've been hearing about that engineering a lot. It seemed like that's where the money is if you can get nice at that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Like
a lot of people, a lot of up and coming artists, you know, they're looking for somebody to mix and master and really know how to do those things behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's really bred. It's really bred into that, man. A lot of people think that, you know, it's just easy. I was one of those people who thought it was just easy. It really years ago when I was like 17 is when I was shown that side of music, when I got to see that, you know, a fellow that I was introduced to when I was younger, him and his label and whatnot. He showed me, you know, just some basics here and there. And, you know, had let me record some artists within the camp because he had his own little label at the time. So whenever he was out doing runarounds, I was recording, you know, a couple of artists. Shout out to my bro Cristal who just tuned in. He was one of the cats who was in there. But yeah, man, a lot of people think it's easy. It's not, especially when it comes to mixing down and the mastering. That's a whole nother ball game that I'm not even fully too aware of. I just seen little things here and there, and I downloaded a software that has to do with mastering. Some people are probably familiar with it if they engineer Ozone 9, made by Isotope. Right? Okay. A lot of people don't know that there's software that you can use. You don't have to go to a big ass studio, like you don't, but you do got to know what the hell you're doing.
Right, on that software.
Yeah.
So how long have you been at this rapping shit altogether?
Woo! Let's see. Let me count. I've been rapping since, I want to say, on a serious level at 17. 16, 17. Yeah, that's when I started also performing and you know, a certain little open mics and whatever venues that the guy at the time would you know, get for me and the other artists. So performed in you know, certain places in the city like Cherry Lounge. I don't know if that's still popping.
So how old are you now? What is that? How long is that?
Shit, 17. I'm 34 now. I just turned 34 this past March 4th.
Okay. Congratulations to that. Yeah. So that's what it looks like for niggas out there that feel like, you know, they not making no moves, they not making no progression, shit not happening how they planned it or how they saw it, or they thought they was way hotter and they thought they was gonna get some different feedback. This is how it looks like. You gotta be so dedicated to your craft to understand that the money and the time and the effort you put into this, one day you will make it to the other side of being able to reap what you sowed. Mm-hmm. So you just have to believe that, because it's too many, it's too many stories of, man, this nigga wasn't even somebody that they was paying attention to. Like, he was hungry, but his music just was trash. And then about 5-6 years later, he was still at it, and he had a single, and that joint popped, and now he's the man. You feel me? It's too many stories like that to show you that it's not about who's the best. It's not about who got the best bars. It's about who keep up with it and believe in themselves. And eventually, even if you wasn't nice in the beginning, you got nice throughout the process. So I want to know what intrigued you, what made you start rapping, what made you start taking it serious. Like, who was your influence?
That's actually a funny story, man. That's why I'm laughing. Like, I don't got the usual background like most people where, like, oh yeah, I heard so and so and I just wanted to start rapping. Nah, like, I was 11, going into 12, and my mom and her husband at the time, and my brothers, well, my one brother, because the older brother was still over here in New York. We had moved to Columbia, South Carolina, and I was going to school down there, fucking Sanders Middle School, man. Shout out to anybody tuning in who used to go to Sanders Middle School out in Columbia, South Carolina, you heard? But, the South is crazy. But I went to school there, and I think I was in, I want to say art class, man. I forgot what class it was, so I was in the class or whatever, and this one dude that I was cool with, he was letting people know, where I was from. My nigga Raisi, I remember his name. If you end up catching this video, man, holla at your boy, you heard? This one dude named, I think his name was Frederick or Broderick, one or the other. He was rapping. Nigga was nice. You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, I heard you from New York or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. And it's like, yeah, I know New York niggas can rap. And I'm like, that's some stereotype shit, but whatever, just because a nigga from New York don't mean you can spit, you feel me?
Right.
And it was like, man, nah, I got a feeling you could rap, man, for real. And I'm like, man, I don't rap, my dude, but whatever. And he was like, this is what I want you to do. Go home, write 16, and come spit it, the next day or whatever. It's like, all right, let's see. So I was like, fuck it. So I went home and I was listening to my favorite artist at the time. And I listened to Jay-Z, not Jay-Z at the time. At the time, it was more so Nas and DMX, especially DMX. That's when he had that. Oh man, that was my name, DMX. That was my shit. Woo! So I went home, got amped off of that, wrote a couple of bars. And the only line I can remember right now that I had in there was saying some shit like I'm smooth like Hennessy on ice, or some shit like some crazy lame shit. But long story short, I wrote the bars. I went back to class the next day. I spit it, and niggas was liking it. I was like, yo, that shit is ill. So, yeah, that shit is ill. So that's where Ellis came from.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where Illis came from, and I just kept, before Infinite Illis, it was just J Illis. My first name is Jermaine.
Okay.
So they was just calling me J Illis at the time. So from there, I just kept going, and that's really what got me started.
Right. So that
so
was like
damn. So, yeah, it was like, damn, niggas like that shit? All right, so I'm going to just keep it up.
Right. I was saying where you was going with the story, because it's like, that's how I feel about my story. You feel me? Like, you gotta know it down to those details of when you felt like, damn, something clicked in your head, and you was like, man, I'm about to really start doing this, because I have conversations with people every day. You feel me? And we both know how hard it is to actually become anything, let alone a rapper nowadays. You dig me? Like, it takes so much out of us. It's like we got to get over ourselves. We got to get over the internet. We got to get over our friends. We got to get over everything. So all the shit that it takes to actually become that and get through and just to start it, not even let alone be nice, just to do it. You feel me? Just to say that you want to do that is enough right there. So tell me a little bit more about your story. Like how many, I know you said you had 2 tapes out. What was like the story? What was like, what was going on in those times?
Man, sheesh, this back when the bro well back then he went by Swab Bugatti. You heard? Mm-hmm. So Bugatti boy Swab's what he go by now. If y'all don't know who that man is, man, check him out. He got 2 fire ass albums out right now on all streaming platforms. I gotta plug the bro on, that's only right.
My nigga.
But yeah, this back when I was in tune with him. I was doing my own engineering back then, 2010. That's when I dropped this one joint. That's actually up on Dat Piff right now. I don't even know if anybody fuck with Dat Piff no more. Like,
Man. I go there for some jokes that I can't find nowhere else. Yeah, most definitely. I'll still fuck with something on Dat Piff if I have to.
I still log on to that bitch, go in there, listen to some of the Weezy mixtapes and shit.
Yeah, most definitely.
But back in 2010, I had acquired my own equipment and whatnot, and I was living in my uncle's garage, man. I was living in the back of his garage. There was a small room back there that he let me have at the studio at one point. Mm-hmm. That didn't really go too well, but I ended up living in the back of that bitch, man. The booth and everything was still up, but the family was using that shit as like storage. So I'm sleeping back there on the couch. That's somebody else's shit.
Right.
Sleeping bag, curled the fuck up. On one of them thick ass heaters that you gotta plug up. I mean, one of them big boys.
Right.
So I would just wake up and record, man.
Right, like there's nothing else to do. There's nothing else you could do. Right.
For real, I would wake up. Get the fuck out of that sleeping bag, turn the lights on in the studio sometimes because it'll be bugging about the electric. So I would turn my equipment on and make my beats and shit. And if I made something that, that made me click, that drew something, out of me, then I'll go ahead and record right on the spot. Right. Sometimes Bugatti would pull up, or I would go to his crib and record him at his crib and shit. Mm-hmm. But I recorded a whole album, man, and not even intentionally. I just was recording a lot of tracks, and before you knew I had like 20 songs.
Sorry to cut you off. So you saying basically like y'all basically started off together with the rapping shit, like when y'all was getting started and taking it seriously. That's like what he was clicking with.
Yeah, that's what I was clicking with. I got introduced to him by my cousin OP, man, who just got out of prison and shit. Shout out to the bro, man, my cousin and shit. But he introduced me to Swab Bugatti. Well, Bugatti boy Swab now. But man. But I didn't even intentionally meant to put an album together. I was just making tracks. But before you know I had like 20 something tracks, right? And I wanted to put them all out. So I cut everything down to about, I think it was like 18 tracks, and threw that shit up on Dat Piff. Like, cut up my own shit, started handing certain shits out, and that was that for the first joint, which I called CD Is Ready.
Okay.
I made my own cover on there, and I had my mans from Connecticut pull up with the camera. He took a picture for me where I was like in this one kitchen, because I ended up moving from that basement joint to this little studio type shit under somebody's crib with a shorty I know. Mm-hmm. But I took a picture in the kitchen with me with a fucking apron on and a hat on and shit, with a CD in it like I'm cooking a motherfucking CD, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Like, we gotta feel good about those moments. You feel me? Like, that's my whole point of bringing this culture cast, this platform, and making it clear was because, like, all the stuff that we not glorifying, all the stuff that we looking past, all the stuff that we just be like, oh yeah, all right, yeah, he's a rapper. Okay, yeah, she's acting. He's painting. it's like we need to be really congratulated at all times for this shit. Like it's not just making it. It's not just about getting the money. Like all the shit that it takes before you actually get paid. It feels good when somebody acknowledges you at that level for you to actually keep going. That's like, where's the love? Where's the support at that level? You know what I mean? Like where it really matters. That's why all the successful people, they're in that one circle, because of the simple fact that when they was coming up, it's not too many people that were showing them love. So they can only now go fuck with people that have money, because everybody else seems like they just want something. Right. Because they wasn't here. They wasn't sticking around. They wasn't there when that shit really counted.
That's why, like now, bro, I'm paying attention to those who are not around. Like my circle's so small, bro. I don't even need all fingers on my one hand to count my fucking circle, bro.
Right.
It's crazy, like, because I remember back, and this is before I even dropped the CD Is Ready and the other drink that I didn't even mention yet, but we'll speak on that too. Back when I was like 18, yeah, I think I was 18 at the time, after being with this one camp. I ain't even gonna mention it because I got my reasons why I ain't mentioning them. But anyway, I was with this one camp or whatever, and they somehow ended up getting the attention of Alvin Sweat's cousin, Keith Sweat's cousin, named Alvin Sweat.
Okay.
I thought it was Fugazi until, we find out through certain avenues he really was Keith Sweat's cousin.
Right.
But anyway, certain shows was put on and whatnot, and this one show that we did, Labels or whatever, was supposed to be there. Man, certain people who knew me, family members and whatnot, found out about that shit. Oh, they knew me then. They knew me.
Right.
Family members like, yo, I need that new Tahoe, and fuck y'all at now.
Right.
Don't know me because I didn't blow when y'all thought I was gonna blow.
Right, exactly.
Shit crazy, man.
That's the whole point. It's like, when is it gonna be we all, not just one of us, not just a couple of us, everybody sees that in your life, even in your life as an individual, shit don't go out exactly how you planned it out to be.
Never.
So for you to judge or to put that on somebody else and be looking at them different because they didn't do something how you wanted them to or when you wanted them to, that's crazy. From we all have our own journey and we all need support throughout the whole journey. So if you don't really have nothing nice to say, it's like, man,
keep that shit.
Go somewhere, because this journey is all about the love and support that you get throughout, so that you can keep going, so that you can keep moving.
Yeah, and it's definitely helpful, man. It's ammo. It's good gas. You feel me? When you got some real genuine love from some people that really see what you're doing, and they appreciate that you ain't giving up on your craft and what you really love to do.
Regardless if you're good at it or not, they just see that you're trying to do something.
Exactly. That's really it. Just like respect that the person is not bouncing from one thing to the next. They sticking with this. So you know that this person love what they doing and they mean to do what they doing. You feel me?
Right. Most definitely.
Well,
most definitely. So what can you say out of like, like you said, you was gonna mention the second tape. What did you learn throughout that process about all this? What can you give to the people,
The process through what I was just speaking on? Man, what I learned is regardless of, the people who were around before that are not around now, no matter what it is that you do, whether it's music or your own clothing line or a podcast, whatever have you.
Right.
It's easier said than done, but don't let that affect you and don't let it change you in a negative way. Because it's easy to let those things put you in a dark place to where you want to do some real messed up things. You feel me?
Right.
Not even just to others, but to yourself. You feel me?
Right.
So just keep pushing and stay positive, because the only person that's not going to change on you is God. You'll change on yourself, but God ain't going to change on you, you heard? So,
right, most definitely.
To each his own, whatever anybody's beliefs is, but that's mine.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, my nigga. You definitely got to know that it's going to be a lot of ups and downs with that. It's going to be a lot of people that give up on you, but you got to believe in you. You got to know that this shit is not just a one-step process, and you got to fight all the way through it. You got to go all the way through whatever it is happening to see the good on the other side.
That's a fact. Like, if you don't know for sure about what you're doing, then maybe you shouldn't be doing that. But if you know what I'm saying, you gotta know for sure, man. You can't let other people place doubt in your mind. You know what I mean? You'll know when you're doing what you're doing. There's a certain feeling that you got, man. It's a certain high that you get about what you're doing. Like me, when I'm creating and all that, and especially when I'm performing, I'm getting chills just talking about it.
Right.
It's a different vibe. It's a different love.
Right. Most definitely. Most definitely. That's what it's about right there. Like, you hit it on the nose. Like, when you getting chills, when you getting nervous, when you not feeling, sure, that's when it's on. That's when it's on right there. That's when the time it's serious. It's sacred. That's when you know you're doing something. Yeah. Because if you didn't feel that way, then it's either it's too easy for you, or this is not something that you're really supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
That's how you know you're going through, and you actually are doing something great.
And so, with that, I would add this, man, because I got taught this at a young age, man. One time from my uncle, who's always been there through a lot of my shit. He taught me at a young age, because I used to stay with him and my cousin, his son. We liked a lot of company at a young age, you know what I mean? When we was, 13 and whatnot. And he would tell us, he was like, yo, with all this company that y'all keep around, do y'all know yourself? Think about that shit. Being told that at that young, you feel me? Mm-hmm. You either going to do two things with that, one out of the two things. You have to really go and think, or you just going to keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
My cousin kept doing what he was doing. And me, I started looking at the man in the mirror more. Right. So with that, I say this. I started to spend more time with myself so I could know myself. When you know yourself, it's not really much that's going to stop you at the end of the day, because you're not going to question what you're doing, really. You ain't going to have no doubts in, whether or not you believe in what you're doing, and that you were blessed to do what you're doing.
Right.
So know yourself, man. It's good to have company and all that shit. It's one thing to know somebody else in their business, somebody do what they do. Why do you do what you do? Know yourself.
Right. Most definitely. Most definitely, my nigga. Most definitely. So bring us through what's been current for you, 2019 through 2020 up to now. Like, what's been good with you lately?
Shit, ain't nothing been good. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't gonna be too detailed. I ain't gonna lie about that. But only thing I could say was through the turmoil and crazy roller coaster I've been through 2019 and 18, really 2016 and up. I just stayed consistent with music, man. That's really what kept me in a more positive space every time that I slipped into the dark. So right. Music, man, just music. So like for example, and after that joint that I did in 2010, I didn't drop nothing else until 2015. And that was the same year that I had my son. My son Jayante. If I remember right, that's Hawaiian for victory. Your kids should always have a meaning to their name, man.
Most definitely.
For real. But around that time I had found out about the artist Ryan Leslie.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know him, and I don't know why. But Change his own. But anyway, he started something around that time, more so I think like 2013, called Disruptive Multimedia, which is now has converted the name to Superphone.
Okay.
And so in 2015, I really went into messing with his platform, which what he ended up doing was throwing a show for everybody who was, involved in his platform. So I did a show at that time, and I dropped the, I guess you call it a mixtape more so, because the first joint that I did, CD Is Ready, was all original beats. The second one that I dropped in 2015, which I call I'm Ill, I had dropped that and had like 3 joints that had like some industry beats, but other than that, all beats produced by me. But Superphone allowed, and I still have it actually. I'm gonna get my number out before we end this joint. It allows you to have a personal relationship with real fans. Like, it's really the only way to know who your real fans are. Like, the Instagram and the Facebook, Twitter, that's cool. People could go in there and they could share your dream and say that they just listened to your track, but you don't really know, if they really your fans.
Right.
With Superphone, I don't know if you're familiar with Shopify.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a Shopify account and connect your Superphone to it. So somebody could go in there and buy one of my merch. Like, I have my own 1 sneaker, like 3 boots, and a couple of shirts. You feel me? Infinite time.
Okay.
So somebody can go on my website and purchase something on there. And on my phone, on my Superphone, I go to the Superphone app, which gives you your own number for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll let me know, Brother Six just copped, the Infinite Time 2 boots. Overall, he has spent $3,000 with you. He also has an Infinite Time album or whatever have you. He's located in Brooklyn. Like, it tells me everything.
Right.
I know that you're a real fan. You feel me?
Right.
Lets me know every time you make a purchase, whatever have you. But so that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing around that time, man. I dropped that CD. I performed at that show, and that was popping. And after 2015, a lot of shit went downhill. I was married. That didn't go well, and not the way everybody thinking it went. Because for most people, their story goes, the male is who cheated, and the woman got the kids.
Right.
It was reversed. Long story short.
Right.
So,
So you definitely a stand-up guy. Like, you definitely, been doing it. Being a single father and making that work and not having no excuses while pursuing your craft.
Not to toot my own horn, definitely, man. Things went left, and me and the kid's mother, my ex-wife, we all right. I mean, ain't no malice. We don't really talk like that, but whenever the kids need something, she pull up. You know what I mean? Like, right now, my car's in the shop. I can't take them to school like I usually do. I hit her up like, yo, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and take them to school, pick them up, and drop them off. She do that.
Right.
I ended up linking with an old friend that I used to know from school, and me and her was, we was good for a couple of years. Got 2 more kids, but she was a big help. You know what I mean? With my other 2 kids, big help. But and with and a big support as far as my music goes. So like whenever shit went down in like 2019, 2020, when I needed to go somewhere to do anything music wise or whatever, she would hold the kids down for me, and I'll go do what I need to do. So
we all need that support. I mean, somebody had to be there helping.
That's a fact. So I spent a lot of last year more so making beats than I did making new music. Like 2 months I spent banging out beats because I was trying to sell beats. Like, producers doing now, they ain't selling one beat. They leasing a whole pack of beats for it's a low price.
Right.
I'm like, damn, ain't nowhere to beat them. Got to join them type shit.
Right. I mean, well, that's how the game goes, and that's what that. I mean, the point of this show, the point of all of it, it has so many points. Like every time you say something, it's like all I hear is that's the point of it. It's like, you know, sometimes you may want it to rap. You may want it to be the best rapper, but you may have to step back from it right quick and learn how to engineer, learn how to make beats, learn how to do a couple more things that add to your craft so that you can be a better rapper, so that you can actually make it, so you can put yourself in a race. Because when you got people like Kanye, it's like you and Drake, it's like it make it to where, you know, you want to be better.
I gotta say, not to cut you off, I gotta say, Kanye was definitely an influence when it came to beat making and rapping. He was a big influence. Shout out to Kanye. When I was living in Columbia, South Carolina, my bro T20, shout out to T20, man, Fat Boy Click, you heard? Charge City, shout out to them. Rest in peace to the bro Yuppie, man. He had introduced me to Fruity Loops. And he also put me on to Kanye. This is back before college dropout. I mean, when Kanye was putting the mixtapes, you know what I mean, on his rapping shit, Hard Body. And then I found out that he was making his own beats. And the bro put me on the Fruity Loops. I'm like, nah, man, I definitely want to be on some Kanye shit. Like, so I can't even front. That's what got me on my beat shit. Real shit. Kanye.
Yeah, most definitely. It's like you answered all the questions I had for you, for real. I didn't even have to ask. You put me through, you took us through the loop. I was going to ask you, you know, you can talk about your merchant and your merchandise you got available, and anything you got coming up soon. If you about to drop something soon, or you know you got some, you know, anything you want to talk about.
Yeah, man. Well, with the merch shit, I don't know if you got the same, because I pretty much just try to every now and then go back to some posts that I had already put up that had some kind of, you know, substance to it, and share it onto the story.
Most definitely.
Like, and sometime last year, I can't remember exactly when, my first pair of shoes. Matter of fact, I got them here. Cause I bought my own pair of shit. You can't be selling shit and not buy your own merch.
Right. You definitely gotta do that.
My shit's is a little beat because I wore these motherfuckers down, but I'm gonna show y'all how these shits look. There's this one site that I found out about, because for a while I always wanted to just wear my own shit, man. Like, it's cool with everybody with the Jordans and the Uptowns and the Timbs. I'm a person where, like, after a while, I don't want to be like
everybody else.
Yeah, you remember how the niggas used to have the Where's Waldo shit?
Yeah, that's
how I feel when I'm outside. It's like I can't find them because y'all all look alike, and I don't want to be a lookalike.
Right. Most definitely.
So what I did was I found a site that they don't let you create your own shoe fully. They pretty much already have the layout, but they do let you add whatever fabric you want to add to it and change the color scheme and put your own logo on it. So I had these joints right here. There you go. These shits right here, they a little big, as you can see. I don't wear these bitches down. But
those is alright. For somebody making a shoe.
Yeah, and the company that makes the shits is they're based out of Italy, so this is Italian leather that niggas is looking at. This ain't no pleather, no crazy shit. And I put my logo right there on the front, you heard?
Okay.
On the inside of the tongue. Infinite tongue. So that's the one joint. And then you got these right here, the boots I just made a couple months ago.
Okay, so you're not playing. You really, that's what you do.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
I like to have my own shit. I don't know why I always had a thing for kicks, man. Like, even back when I used to wear Jordans, I remember I think it was around that same year, like 2010, 11, I want to say. There's a pair of Jordans, 3 pairs specifically, that came out that I swear nobody in my area had at all. I swear nobody had them, bro. He came out with a pair of J's, because you remember Jordan played baseball at one short time.
Yeah.
I'm going to say briefly, and we'll get back to, the regular program. He had a pair of, how the baseball looks at with the threading, how baseball has the threading in this shit, the way it's set up. He had a white pair with the blue threading, just like how the baseball is, and then he had a black pair with the white threading. Like, and the way that this shit was set up was like how the baseball is. And it was the retro ones that they did that with. Fucking fire, bro. I bought them shits right away. I ain't going front. Mm-hmm. And another pair he did a joint venture with Levi. I think like 2 years ago he did another venture with Levi, but he did it with the 4s, I think this time. The 4s or the 5s. So like it's the Jordans, but it has Levi jean on the shit. Mm. But the first pair that he did that shit was with the retro ones. Them shits was white and red with jean on them. Fucking fire. So I always had a thing for kicks, but more so never purposely looking for shit that nobody had. I just always ended up picking some shit that nobody else was fucking with.
Right, most definitely.
But yeah, anybody wanna, cop, some merch off me, fuck link on my website, hit my line, cause this is where I can stay in direct contact, with real fans, man, and y'all can hit me up and ask me questions anytime, man.
Right.
You might want to know when I'm dropping another single. Y'all gonna know before I even put it up on social media. I will send it to my real fans directly. So the number, if anybody want to link me, is 843-258-8418. I'm gonna say it one more time. My super phone number is 843-258-8418. Now, when you text that number, it's going to send you a link basically letting you know who you contact, Infinite Illest, and it's going to tell you to click the link to add yourself in my phone book. That shit different.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I feel like every person who is doing for themselves any line of business, man, no matter what you selling, you should have that. That is a definite link where who's really buying your shit. And like Ryan Leslie has said, the reason why he created this, real brief, I'll say, he had dropped something out, I think around like 2013, somewhere around there, and he sold a certain amount of records, and the majority of the records had sold through Apple. So he hit Apple up and he was like, yo, is there any way that I can get the emails to, the consumers who had, bought my album? It's just a certain way I want to thank them or whatnot. And they was like, nah, that's against our privacy policy. So he's like, wait, I can't reach out to my fans? So that's what made him come out with this. So now, with this, you don't have to, every time that you put something out, you don't have to find a way to reach out to the same people who already bought your shit.
Right.
Pay millions. Like, there's people who in the industry who got the money, but they paid millions of dollars just to reach the same fans.
Right.
If they already got your number, all you got to do is send out a text.
Right. If you really bought your business.
Oh, man, gotta be, man. I got 4 kids to take care of, bro.
Yeah, I got 2, so I already know that.
Already.
That's enough for me.
Man, this daddy life ain't nothing to play with, but besides that, even without the kids, man, I just love doing this. I love doing music, man. Clothes, I love it.
Right. That's good. You definitely gotta love what you're doing. You definitely gotta be enjoying it.
Yeah, man.
For sure. No matter if anybody fucking with you or not, you better be enjoying it.
That's a fact, man.
You gonna be making yourself miserable. Shout out to my nigga 7th son, my nigga Jonathan. Appreciate all the support, my G. For real, I appreciate everybody and all the support. No matter if it's one person in here, if it's 100 people in here, I support and I appreciate it. You know, like I give it so I can receive it, but it feels so much better to give and not be really looking for it. And then when people actually give you that, you know, that acknowledgement, it's like, you know, you really take it humbly. It feels genuine, like you were just saying, knowing who purchased and who is supporting you. That's a big deal.
That's a fact.
The more you stay in contact, that person can have a move for you. That person can have somebody they know to set you up with something. You don't never know if it happens. So,
that's a fact. Like thanks to the bro Bugatti Swa. You know, he's the reason why you even link me, and I appreciate him.
Yeah, most definitely. I was going to say, most definitely, you took the words out of my mouth.
Word, thanks to
that's how it goes. Like, you know, I don't know everybody in the world, but he knows somebody, she knows somebody.
Connected.
And once we start connecting like that and supporting each other,
yep.
And we'll be able to just have ciphers where we just got 40 niggas in there and everybody just spitting and from this competition, that's who we want to push for this month. You know what I mean? Like it don't have to be. We don't have to be killing each other over who's the best and who's the toughest rapper. It's not that serious.
Man.
We all feed our families at the end of the day. So
when it come down to it, man, I used to be focused on that, but now I look at it like this, man. Just be better than your yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Yourself from yesterday, man. Just focus on that. Fuck being better than the next person. Everybody got their own provisions and their own outlooks on who's better and why that person's better. Like me, when it comes to rap, I like lyrics. I like bars. Other people that I know, they prefer the bang bang shoot 'em up rap. That shit cool. But a lot of niggas who do that rap, they ain't got lyrics. They don't got lyrics. The only dude who I could say got bars with that shit, and that's one of the reasons I hold him high, is Jadakiss. Motherfucking Jadakiss. That man, he talks that talk, that street shit, but he also got bars to go with it.
Yeah.
To have you thinking and you make them shits connect.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Styles.
Oh yeah, how can I forget about Ghost? That nigga, phenomenal, fucking phenomenal. Yeah.
So, I definitely wish you the best, my nigga. I wish, you know, everything that you're doing for it to, you know, be glorified times 10. You to keep working. I appreciate, you know, you being a stand-up dude, taking care of the kids, no matter what, no matter the circumstance. Like, we need that. This is not just like, we all forget sometimes, like, we get caught up in what we're putting on for the world, you know, our craft. We gotta be together all the time. We gotta look sharp all the time. We gotta be, you know, we gotta be tight. And it's like, we forget sometimes that this shit is real life. Like, we all got responsibilities. We still gotta brush our teeth every day. We still gotta wake up and take a shower, nigga. Like, we all gotta go. Like, we all gotta do something to get this paper. So, you know, we don't gotta be so hard on each other. Like,
that's a fact.
It don't have to be. I mean, yeah, we can laugh and have fun, but we really gotta get around and supporting each other a lot better. I'm not gonna rest from that. Until I really see a change in it, you feel me? Because, like I said, we had a little chat going on. If we have chats underneath each other's videos that we posted, that could just take us off right there. It's just like little things that we could do that would make a huge difference in our life where everybody can get paid. Like, it gets to the point now where I don't even really post and really be on Instagram if I'm not doing an interview. Because it's like, I'm really looking at it like, if I'm not getting paid off of something, how am I putting my time into it like that? Like, now I put the time to searching for my people, contacting people, doing stuff like that. But I'm talking about like scrolling on Instagram and actually being present that way. Like, I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm trying to put my time into something where it's either helping somebody else or I'm helping myself.
Yeah, it got to be beneficial one way or another. That's another thing. Like, that's something I was talking to if I remember at my mom's about, man. Yeah, my mom's is that's my homie. But like we was talking the other day, and I was saying, like, you know, it's crazy if you really pay attention to the amount of time that you spend. Just I was saying in general, not just her or myself, online, just scrolling. I remember catching myself doing that, looking at the time, like, yo, I was sitting there for that long on this shit. I could have accomplished so much, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you on there doing like what we doing now, an interview, or, you know, you on this to support somebody else, like my bro, Bugatti Boy Swag, he'll post up a video and I'll share it on my shit. Like, if I'm on there doing that, cool. Right. If somebody else is on the live, I'm going to be in there in their comments queuing in like, yo, I'm saying? So they can get some attention. If it ain't some form of, you know, it being beneficial to myself or somebody who I fuck with, even somebody who I don't fuck with, because that's another problem that I have, but that's a whole other conversation. But I'm going to just say like this. I even support those who I don't even know. It's just the fact that I see that they taking the initiative to push forward and do their shit. So boom, I share it. I don't even look for it back. I share it.
Right.
So if you ain't online doing that, you wasting your time.
Most definitely. You ain't never lied. So it was definitely nice, and you know, nice to meet you, my nigga. You're definitely a cool dude. You know, I respect you. I see that you're hungry, and I definitely see that you're a little bit hungrier than not than the rest, not than the most, but you definitely are a little bit hungrier from what you have going on in your personal life and just the experience that you have with it.
Appreciate that.
You've been at it for a minute, so when something does pop for you, you know, you'll have a humbling experience. You know, you know exactly where the money gonna go. You know exactly where your time needs to go. Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Making sure that when we get that paper, when we actually do pop, that we actually do the right thing with it, and we not put ourselves in a position where we could possibly even be back at this level again.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, nigga, I feel like every black person that's thought about rapping is just more so want to take it seriously or not. So I'll be thinking to myself like, damn, I can make one good song and I'll just be done with rap for the rest of my life. Use that money. I feel you. Like, for real, bro. Like, cause it's not about. I don't care about those things. Like, it's like that's how I got over to actually do this, because it was like I might not feel all the way together about myself right now, but I know that this may be helping somebody else. You feel me? Like, if I'm not feeling myself 100, okay, but if I could possibly give somebody else something to where they could be feeling themselves, this shit, that's better than nothing. You feel
I respect that.
That's better than just not producing nothing. And definitely when you know that you got something to give. So to all the people that, you know, that they got that voice in their head, they thinking about something and they just not acting, this is the time to act. You feel me? This is the time to be pushed and just say, fuck it. I don't care if I'm 45. I don't care if I'm 40. I don't care. Like, I'm just going to do it. Nah,
you gotta push, man. Like, for example, one of my bros that I knew since I was 17, that man just turned 40. And that nigga got hella balls. Nice as shit. Y'all get a chance, check my bro out. Heat. Heat. It might be hard to find him because, like, his name, like, a lot of people I think got that name. So, like, when you search him up, put FEED UP next to that. That's one of the names of his track. Like, it looks like it's, you know, Feed Up, but Fed Up is the name of the track. But you'll know for sure that that's who that is when you look it up. HEAT, and then the name of the track, FEEDUP. My man's fire. 4 years old, spitting fucking fire. So it don't matter. It don't matter the age. You can still be popping independent. This like if I'm gonna write Benny the Butcher is in his 30s, right? Like,
yo, that's my nigga. I didn't know that. I didn't know that everybody knew who West Side Gun was and Benny the Butcher. I just felt like, I just felt like
real gutter shit going.
Niggas that just be fucking with the underground niggas and fucking with niggas like that. But nigga, I've been fucking with West Side Gun for a minute. My brother actually put me on to him.
Okay.
My brother's 10 years older than me, so it's like it's like an advantage. You feel me?
Right.
We've been able to have these type of niggas in my playlist because it'll be like, yo, you don't know about the nigga West Side Gun? You don't know about so and so? It's like, yo, this nigga done put me on so many niggas. It's ridiculous. But I really fuck with them because they're beats and they know how to
different, man.
They know how to bring that raw. They bring that raw rap back.
Yeah, they really did like that.
We were so gone and caught up over. I don't even listen to the radio, but it don't matter how you say it. This is radio music. You feel me? Like, it's only so many people like Future or Gucci. Like, it's not too many of them niggas really that can really make that type of shit sound cool. You feel me? So I be really fucking with your Benny the Butchers, West Side Guns, and people like that because they really rapping. They really still talking like Nas was talking, like Jay was talking back in the day. So
I just got put on to them, believe it or not, I think in like 2019, man. Mm-hmm. And I was listening, I was like, yo, I don't hear shit like this no more.
Yeah, you don't, especially the beats. The beats
man. That's like, I love rapping, don't get me wrong with it, but the beats is a special love for me because I've been doing that since I was 15.
Okay.
So when I hear the beats, I'm really in tune. I'm in tune like a motherfucker.
Right. But that's all I fuck with is the beats, to be honest. I don't know how to make them, but when I hear a beat, that can overwrite the song for me in a point. Yeah. Like, I really wish that, people get that message when I just said that, because sometimes a beat can be so hard if you pick the right beat. And you can use a beat that somebody else already used. You just got to know the type of beat to get on the track. You dig me? Like, if you go study West Side Gun's arsenal, nigga, his beats are so hard that it just, how could you not fuck with the song?
I feel you.
It's like it's undeniable.
But not even just that. That artist got a flow to it, right?
He definitely flows to it.
That's what I was about to say. That's what made me fuck with those beats. The West Side Gun and Benny Butcher shit. That's what really made me fuck with those beats too. It wasn't just the beats. Like the way that them niggas was coming off on them beats. Mm-hmm. Just right. That's right.
That's definitely. So just keep linking with niggas. You know what I mean? Keep supporting one another. You feel me? Like.
Right.
I hope that you and nigga Swab Bugatti can actually make a song together coming up soon.
We already working on that. Huh?
Most definitely.
I sent him something, and I'm waiting for him to add a verse to it. I'm gonna leave it there. It's gonna be fire.
That's what it is. We're gonna leave it at that, man. Yeah. I'm definitely excited for all the growth, my nigga. I look to hear from you soon. Excited to see what you're gonna come out with next. Just stay humble. I appreciate you for your time, my nigga.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna just say already. I appreciate you reaching out and checking me out for really, and taking the time out to check my shit out, man. I'm gonna just say one more time before we hop off here. Anybody who wanna check my music out or know when I'm dropping something new, hit my line, man. 843-258-8418. Hit my line, text me, you heard? That's the best way to stay in touch with me and to stay in tune. Like like I said, the Instagram and the Facebook is cool. But I want to know who my real fans is, man. Hit me up. All right, bro. Thank you.
My nigga, stay up.
Already.
All right.